it's just very important that people see the stakes.
Yeah.
$500 trillion with 10 to 20 trillion dollars pouring down the
Amen.
drain every year
Amen.
versus 500 trillion. What happens to the 500 trillion when we close the drain?
Yes.
You get $20 trillion worth of prosperity per year. I do agree with the idea. And I think that ultimately it's anchored in the laws of thermodynamics. The whole premise that is required for the universe to function is conservation of energy. First, you have to have the existence of energy, and then you have to have the conservation of energy. And in the Bible, the first thing we remember is God says, "Let there be light." So everything starts with the deity pointing out that in the absence of light, which is energy, there is no life. Darkness is the absence of energy. So energy is fundamental, but conservation of energy is what makes the universe rational. It's what makes it work. And I think Jeff Booth is pointing out that the idea of scarcity of money is the same as saying, if money is conservative, then everything else will be conservative. And if money is non-conservative, the world goes insane. And I think the examples there that kind of pop up are a commodity without energy is a coupon. Right? If I have a dozen eggs and I take the eggs away and I replace it with a sheet of paper or a text message, and I send you a text message saying, this is good for a dozen eggs. Now I've created a coupon, but I don't have a commodity anymore. Now the problem is you might forward the text message to 1 million of your friends. And now you have 1 million text messages that are all coupons, but you don't have the eggs that equal the coupons, right? And that's an example of non-conservative money, right? Money without energy is credit. Commodities without energy are coupons. In cyberspace, an object without energy is an image. If you have an object and it has no energy, it's like Plato's shadow. Person without energy is a ghost. When you make a comment and there's no energy to back it, it lacks credibility. And if you have a cyber persona and there's no energy that backs it, again, you lack credibility. So the energy itself is what creates cost to a copy. And having a cost to a copy is what creates scarcity. And if there is no cost to a copy, if we come back to that example of I want to go to a party and I've got one ticket, and then I email the one ticket to 10,000 friends. The first friend gets into the party, and the next 9,999 friends, either A, they all get into the party and the party collapses in chaos, right? Because now you've got 10,000 people in a room that holds 200 people and the fire marshal shuts down the party.
And they're
right?
consuming everything.
That's what happens when the coupon gets redeemed 10,000 times against a single commodity. And the other possibility is the person running the party is competent and they only let the first person in because they're scanning, and they deny the next 9,999 people. And then what you have is chaos at the door, 9,999 people that are just mad they couldn't get in, and a breakdown in civilization, because now people all go crazy, right? They all literally go crazy because they think they had the coupon to get into the party, but they didn't. And so when I apply that to a coupon for food, a coupon for energy, a coupon for access, etc., then what you've got is an example of everyone plunged into chaos, right? Nothing has any credibility anymore. So I think Booth says if money is the ultimate coupon, right? The ultimate coupon is there's 21 million units of money and you can't make any more. If I want to guarantee that it'll be scarce, then I inject energy into each coupon, right? That's the equivalent of 21 million gold coins. It's not perfect, but it's energy infused, so there's some expense to it, so it's credible. But if I want to make it perfect, then I have to come up with a decentralized ledger or Bitcoin type system where it's not just 21 million gold coins, it's 21 million Bitcoin, and no one can mine any more Bitcoin no matter how much energy they expend. So in that case, I go from digital coupon when I have no energy to digital commodity when I have energy. And if I want to become digital scarcity, I have to have a digital protocol or a scarcity protocol that the energy circulates within, right? So Satoshi's protocol converts a commodity into a scarcity. If you kept the same proof of work protocol and you used proof of work, but you didn't cap the Bitcoin at 21 million and you didn't have the halvings, right? The difficulty adjustment controls the rate at which the 21 million coins come out. It says they have to take it until the year 2140. But the halvings asymptotically approach 21 million. And what they say is that we exponentially decrease the amount of Bitcoin that get produced until we get to 21 million. And then we stop producing anymore. So the real genius of Bitcoin there is you haven't created a coupon. You haven't even created a digital commodity. You've created a digital scarcity due to the protocol. And the digital scarcity created absolute scarcity that's fixed. And because you created an absolute fixed scarcity, you created the perfect money and the ideal investment asset. Now people can start to act rationally. The other half of the observation is, if the money is totally not scarce, if I can produce 20 coupons, 200 coupons, 20 million coupons, if I told you here's the ticket to the party, first guy gets in, you rush to the party knowing that you don't want to be the second person, right? So that's why I'm saying here's some money, it's getting inflated at a fast rate and you're rushing to spend it before it goes to zero. So one aspect of the lack of scarcity is I'm urgently wanting to use the coupon, and I'm using it even though, like, my wife is delivering a baby and I probably should be in the hospital, but instead I'm rushing off to spend the money because the money will be worthless by the time the baby is born. So you're caught in this wicked conundrum where you have to make irrational decisions because the clock is ticking. And that's one big problem.